Hello and welcome back to City Skylines 2 in the city of Rivertown. We are here on this cold winter and with the new update that came out last week. So a lot has changed based on the last update. I think one of the things that I've noticed here is that for some reason this started to back up quite a lot around here. I don't know if there was any issues and this is still balancing out. There is a lot still balancing out in the game, and one of the things that I noticed is that the land value has now changed. So as you can see, very low land value around the industry and a little bit higher around the residential in here. But a lot of people are now struggling to pay rent, even on a very low land value compared to what we had before. So when you look at that, I've noticed that we need to fix employment, and namely uneducated and employment, and basically poorly educated as well. If you look at this, we have some positions available for highly educated. We have a lot, as always, for well-educated, and some for, actually a lot for well-educated as well. But for poorly educated and uneducated, we are basically on the limit there, and we don't have more open positions. And if you look at the graphs for education, there we go, we can see that uneducated citizens, it's up here. It has been growing since the update. I think, if I'm correct, it was around here. It was growing a little bit before because we did expand the residential in this area, but then now it winds even further. So we need to take a look at that and make sure that we reduce unemployment. On the other hand, it seems like after that spike, actually I think this is when we updated, then it's starting to slow down unemployment as well. So it might be on the right direction there, but it still seems that we need more to help out those people that are uneducated. A few things that I plan to do. One of them is to work with the administration building, the welfare office. We don't have any in the whole city, and I think that helps people that are struggling with money, which is potentially what we have in here. They're wealthy. All right, I remove what I said. Like I have no idea why these people are struggling to pay rent. What? I have 3 people in there. We have a senior, we have an adult, and a child. And they are all wealthy. Job level basic. Interesting. And oh, you're poorly educated, but you are wealthy. Interesting. So that basically means it's just the range of jobs that we have that we need to actually fix. I will then, alongside with the welfare office, I want to go into this area and build some industry. I want to build ore industry, and that's basically metal ore and some coal. We do have some deposits over here and here, and I think this would be very good for us. What I also want to do while I'm at it is basically build another cargo station in there, because as this one became like the central hub for this whole area, there is a lot of cars coming from this side, or trucks I should say, from this side, from that side, and this is going to be, I believe, an ongoing nightmare if we don't fix that. And we have a fire in here. But yeah, that'll be the idea over there. And maybe I would do other things like more low density commercial. This does provide more open positions for uneducated and poorly educated as well. So I might go ahead and do some more of those, especially around these residential areas, I think it'll be nicer for them to have it. And I want to give it a try, you know? Providing more jobs for the citizens, it's always a good thing to do. And hopefully this will increase the number of open positions for uneducated people, which we need, reduce the number of unemployment, and we should start seeing all these high rate messages disappearing. So that's the goal, that's the idea. I don't know if there will be an effect like straight away, but we will dive into it and see how that goes. I'll buy some land, start building the industrial area in here, and then we'll come back and take a look at the other things. And here we are with our new industry setup. It was a little bit larger than I first envisioned, but I think that will work. And I've expanded that a little bit more because of obviously all the jobs that we needed. I think it's better. We can improve still, and I think as we grow the city, we have to keep a very close eye on that. So if you look, before we look into any of the builds, I want to show you that unemployment have been going down, down, and down since we started this episode. So this is very good. This is going in the right direction that we wanted, and people are getting more jobs now. That is also reflected on the population wealth, as you can see, because they are working, they are accumulating more money, and that is good because they can spend in the city and hopefully stop complaining about high rates. Although, you know, that's the rich people that's complaining about that. And in terms of population, we are having more and more growth, 126,000 people. A lot more people join the city, even though we haven't done a single residential zoning today. I actually removed a few to add some blocks of commercial here and there. But yeah, that's also there. And finally, education. Interesting enough, there is a lot of uneducated people. I think these are the ones that moved into the city, but which is kind of doesn't make sense because we don't have enough employment for them. So I really don't know what would make this change. Maybe it's the welfare office that incentivize people, uneducated people, to move into the city. Not a huge deal. Highly educated is also going up in the same rate, which is fantastic. And everything else is kind of staying around the same. So I will take this as a win. But again, unemployment going down, as we know. And jobs, although here it's hard to see, but it's definitely going up. Now, if you look at the other graph in here, we still have 4,000 positions available. We had 5,000 when we started. We just added jobs in industry and commercial, and we actually now have less open positions, which we get a better balance on all of this, as we know. So still poorly educated and uneducated is still where our funnel or bottleneck is actually So this is something that we'll keep an eye on all the time. In terms of profitability, industry is the one that has the least profitability, but it's still pretty good. So can't complain about that. And let's take a look at some of the changes that we had in here. So let's start with, I want to start with internet, because we've added this new tower in there, which is one of those. And then all of a sudden everything was green over here. And I think this is because of the height, there is nothing blocking it, and this provides quite a lot of signal for internet there. So internet will help with highly educated people moving to the city, more office work as well, and more internet services or telecom services. I think that's what it's called. I'll take a look in a second. In terms of post office, I've added a post office in here and a post sorting facility that we've been talking quite a long time and never did. The problem with this is it's not working. Not even the post office is working in here. Have no idea why. This is all connected to roads and all cars and trucks can get in and out of here. I even had like a bus line running in here to test it out, and it's all working properly. All the trucks can also deliver thanks to this cargo terminal, and we do have local mail in here to be picked up. So really no idea why this isn't working and what is causing that. Try to rebuild it, move it somewhere else, and nothing really worked. I can even do this right here again and show you that that actually doesn't work for us. I also had the automated sorting just to give us a little bit more options and even the extra loading ramps. So yeah, unfortunately we have all the employees in there, everyone's working, but nothing is actually happening in there. We don't bring the mail for some reason. I really don't know why, but it is what it is. I guess one of the bugs for the game. So this is an industry area. I've added a firehouse and a police station in here because it's industry. It's usually crime rate is higher in here, and that might be a problem. But we do have our cargo train terminal that we are connecting to the line that is going basically all the way to the other city in here and feeding through this cargo terminal and this one. There is nothing in here connecting this train line in there, so for the moment this isn't connected, and we also don't have a connection to this area, so I didn't bring the other line in there as well. Other than this, for all the industry that we have in here, so we have metal ore, we have coal, and we have one or two just rock in there. If you look at the production, you see that we are now producing the 3 of those. So metal ore is almost all that we need, coal is more than we need, and rock is more than we need as well. This will hopefully help our industry even more and also help us exporting. In terms of traffic, this is working well in here. So what I had to do is basically add these 4x4, so I would stop them getting out here, which was causing a bit of traffic, and therefore they come through here and they just go out. Sometimes it happens things like this because they want to keep cutting each other. That's their nature, unfortunately, but as you can see, they can just go in there and that is not a problem. For the other train station, sometimes it gets a little bit like backing up in here, but it's much better after adding the second station there as well, which is made me quite happy. And the high rent, no change. I did put the welfare office, so I'll show you how is that affecting. So all this area is positively affected by that, And if you look over here as well, I added a second one just over here. But yeah, this didn't make a huge difference. I've actually expanded all the waterfronts and did a little bit of detailing in here as well, adding some trees and more buildings. So we have only low density commercial, and the idea is that it gives more uneducated and poorly educated jobs in there as well. So we have all here. As you can see, we have pathways connecting everything in the middle and connecting all the extension in here, more over here and more over there and there, all the way through here. So these added quite a few jobs in here, but I also added these here. First, the auto center, which also help us with the import costs, more attractiveness for the city, and the well-being around this area. And not only that, as you can see, there is a pathway that's been very much well utilized in here. I was saying that we had a lot of pedestrians causing some trouble. I need to fix these things over here, but they're causing some trouble, and because they are crossing in here. So by adding this, they actually go through here and get in here, and they can walk across all the way to this area, reducing the traffic that we had in there. So that is all sorted. We had a lot more businesses in here. One that I want to do is actually some low density offices in here, and I want to see how this helps in this area in terms of work. We have educated, well educated, and highly educated. Highly educated is already filled, so there you go. I think we also need that, so I will do that. And I also feel like we could have a bit more in here. Although it messed the terrain a little bit, I think this will be alright there. But yeah, this is some more additions, and the final is public transportation. So we have this hub station here. As you can see, there is a lot of people waiting for the buses in here. I've increased the buses in this bus line from 14 or 13 actually to 18, so 5 more buses, and as you can see, they're all busy, especially when they get here. I'm even thinking that we should go 2 more all the way up to 20, because yeah, they get in here, they get busy. 80, there is a lot more coming in here after the train just arrives, and we have like a lot of people waiting there. So we do need more buses to make this just moving. And what I also did, by the way, this line goes, if we look at the line here, this is the line that goes through this area, which makes sense to be busy, but they also have a lot of options to just walk there. So if they want to go to the college, university, schools, things like that, they have easy access. But then I've updated with the subway interface, and now you can see that we have a subway line going through here. We have a stop next to the school over there, and then we cross and join with this line over here that then goes into all this other area in here. For this metro line in here, I can take a look. We have 786 passengers, which is quite a lot. It's usually servicing, more often than not, everyone when we get to this station, and there is a lot of people always waiting there. So this is helping us move more and more people in here. Although we might have an issue somewhere around here. I can't actually see where they are. So let's see. Yeah, they're here. Can I look underground? Oh, that's bad. I think I'll have to fix this. Let me fix this and I'll be right back. Okay, it's working now, and I've been looking at that for some time, and trains are moving. So if you look back at this line is the one that I've added the extra buses. So we have 75% capacity, 1,200 people being utilized in this, and the new subway line, which is this one. It's 4%, 77 passengers. I think this will increase a little bit because we had that issue with the trains not getting into the station, but now they are going, and this is helping everyone move across the city. So, and just while I was talking, 2,000 people moved into the city. There we go. Pretty happy with the results so far. But I hope you enjoyed this episode and saw that how you can take a look at what is causing issues on your city. Although some of them, like the high rent, it's still there, and some issues with the post office not working. These are game bugs. We can't do anything about that. But working at workplace availability, working at the unemployment and things like that, and education for your citizens can help you understand what you need to build and what is missing in your city as well. And obviously providing a way for them to get there is much appreciated and will help your city keep moving. So again, thank you very much for watching this episode of City Skylines 2, and let me know if there is anything that you want to see, because I'll be back next week and I hope to see you there. Thank you and bye bye.